If there is God, it's a God that's like totally fine with murder and children starving and spin class and all the atrocities of life.
Listen, one of the things that I find most fascinating about you, besides the fact you're kind of funny, is as you're doing, for example, in your stand-up, well planned out, well written and what have you, you're picking up things constantly throughout. So you've got this dual thing going on.
I get wildly distracted.
But you tie it back in so well. Would it be fair to say that observation is where it all began?
Yeah, I'm amused by people. I'm interested in people. I don't think anyone would call me an observational comedian, but I think you're totally right. I think all comedy
I would disagree with you. I would call you an observational comedian.
You ever notice?
I didn't say you were Seinfeld.
No, but sure, yeah. I mean, that's what comedians do. They notice. They tend to be a little more mindful of things around them. I mean, that's why a lot of us, like myself, have like insane things. Like if someone's clicking a pen like a mile away, I can hear it and it makes me crazy.
Should we assume ADHD is present in almost every comedian that we know?
Absolutely. I mean, we're all, I would say most comedians are somewhere on the spectrum.
Various performers, even going back to, say, Sammy Davis Jr., they only came alive on stage. To what extent do you feel more alive on stage than, say, strolling down the hallway in a few minutes?
If I'm having a low day or a weepy day and I have stand-up to do, I always bring it on stage with me because it feels like a lie to go on stage and be like, hey, everybody, But if I go on and I go, I feel like I have nothing. It always bears more fruit because it's honest, I mean, even if not everything I say is the truth, sometimes
Really?
I say a lie.
Really?
But there's a truth in it. But just emotionally, I can't just I'm not a clown.
But you do expose yourself to being rejected, as every stand-up does.
Yeah.
Help us with that. What pushes you past the point that others would not go out of reasonable fear?
When people go you're so brave, you're a comedian, I go, no, it's just what I do. I feel like I would have to be very brave to work in an office 9 to 5. But there is maybe a bravery in that, at best, I think, when you're figuring stuff out, you never fully figure stuff out. I mean, I have a special, but I could have kept honing that stuff for another 7 years.
Right.
And plus, it just, but at a certain point you go, I'm going to put this in a special and then throw it away and start with something new. And when you start with something new, even once you're maybe a more established comedian, it's harder, or it could be harder if if you're not comfortable with it, to start over, because you're going to disappoint some audiences. You're gonna try new stuff that's not good, or that totally fails, or is missing a word or a breath that ruins it. And you have to be brave enough to bomb and to fail. I always think of, I quote Charlie Kaufman constantly, who said, failure, do not fear failure. Failure is a badge of honor. It means you risked failure. And I try to always remember that, because you can't grow as a comic if you don't fail on the regular.
Well, good, because you've described my life, Sarah. It's a
Good.
pleasure. I'm Patrick Stoner. Thank you.